I.S.U.P.K, we out here in Baltimore, you know what I mean? We was having an amazing food and clothing drive out here, feeding the people, clothing the people, understand, getting love for the brothers and sisters out here.
But that was my nigga. Under command and general Yahanna. That for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Look, hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, think you the shit, this truth, this shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it, ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talkin' shit, yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we U.P.K, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm reppin'. And my niggas solid, number real ones in my section. If you wrong with you, boy? You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in, yeah. But that was my nigga. I'm in it, yo. Got my nigga Rewan with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under command and general Yahanna. Straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, think you the shit, this truth, this shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it, ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talkin' shit, yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we U.P.K, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm reppin'. And my niggas solid, number real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start steppin'. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves, while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, the shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complexion. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey.
bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. One West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he abdominal. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical. Guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since. All the dominance of one West rising to prominent. Cause I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got Groupon for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. The showstopper, been as proper since a teeny bopper. But now I'm going, I'm off Patron, a premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modified the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they heat's on, none of them can get to the fire. Around with me, and I had a nigga spin like a tire. But down the deep, and I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because U.P.K. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me.
Yeah, man. I think my phone is getting some trouble too. Yikes. We'll sign Christ, clap it up. Also, don't forget them trays, I think, had to be clear because you use at least, one for sure, 2 if not, all right? Yabashim Shabakathum, Yashimata Bashim Yashai, I.S.U.P.K. DC, Washington, D.C., and the Command and Yahanna Scripture Breakdown class live this Wednesday. Bukwash, I think I might need a little adjustment on the camera, pulling this back. All right. Adjust me up here a little bit. Make sure. All right. You'll type in all your questions.
SHALAM.
What's going on, Trinidad? Any questions you'll have, you'll type them in. If you're in the room, just raise your hand. Type, ask the question in the room. If you're online, just type the questions in. If you're coming in late, of course, still type your question in. Also type the your name. Well, of course, your name gonna be there, but it's more so your city, like where you asking from. That way I could, that way I could pair you up with the proper number for your zone, so you could go down to the class in your zone and get it. You know what I mean? We also have a call-in number. Hold on, Bakwash. Let me see. Boom. What's the number? What's the number for the calling class?
202
989
1950.
All right, 202-989-1950. That's the number to the class. Again, if you're online, just type your questions in. If you're in the building, of course, just say Salakia. If you're on the StreamYard, and if you're in the actual building, just raise your hand up, and we're gonna get to it. All right, we're gonna go into a few precepts tonight, and of course, answer any questions you all have. And we can definitely we can go. All right, let me know whatever you have. All right, go ahead, Bakwash, please.
Question. It's about men and long hair. Christians like to use this verse, say that men shouldn't have long or can't have long hair.
Mm-hmm.
It's 1 Corinthians 11:14. Says, does not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him?
Okay. Oh, you want it broken down? Or you saying that's what they use?
That concept, that's what they use to say, see, if the Bible says that men who have long hair, shame unto them.
Okay.
Only women are supposed to have long hair.
Okay, read the scripture one more time.
Kind. It's 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 14. Does not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him? Right.
So what's important about that line you're reading? What's the most important? 1 second, Shapat. Go ahead.
Question.
It's a question. That's the most important thing. It's a question, right? So it's asking you. It's not telling you that if a man has long hair, it's a shame unto him. You get the point? Read it one more time.
Does not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him?
Right? So it's saying, doesn't nature itself teach you? Meaning, there's certain things that happen in nature. Sun rises in the east, sets in the west. Right? Wind blows along certain trade routes, usually northeast and southwest trades. Right? Rain falls from what they call evaporation and then precipitation. Second? Yeah, it is. I think that new strip keeps it in steady. Yeah, I mean, I see y'all upgrading, y'all putting your treasure where your heart is. Yeah, I mean, I think that was Kagar. What's that? What the hell was that? Y'all have a midget trap? God damn, Bakwash turning into Funk Flex over here, boy. Yeah, I mean. Damn right. Yeah, I mean, so so certain things happen in nature, right? The cycle of rain, evaporation, then precipitation. Those things happen in nature. And it's saying those things happen really without you having to do anything. You don't have to put no work into that. These things, the Lord put work into it, and they are a work unto themselves. There's some things you have to put work into. And then there's other things you don't have to put any work into. They are a work unto themselves. And your hair, for the most part, is a work unto itself. Because if you can't grow hair, there's nothing you can do to make your hair grow. And if you can grow hair, there's nothing you could do to make your hair not grow. You cut it off, it's going to come right back. You cut it down to the skin and shave the skin, what happens? You get bumps to let you know, stop cutting me. That's your face telling you, chill the hell out, Negro. You get the point? All them razor bumps, what the hell you think that is? You hurt in your face, so your face hurts you. You understand? Like, life is very, very simple. So it's saying here, doesn't nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, is that a shame unto him? Like, is asking the question. Hell no, it's not a shame unto him. How do we know that? Samson had long hair. He braided his hair into 7 cornrows. You get the point? Routinely braided his hair into 7 cornrows. What's David's son name? Absalom. Absalom had hair that he would what? Pull every year. he would cut it at the end of every year and pull it. Pull it is a way of measuring, right? You pull it like you're wrapping it around a pole, and it would be so damn heavy. It would weigh a certain amount because he had a ton of hair. Like even today, you see a brother with his long braids. You're like, damn, brother, the Lord done blessed you with some hair. Now imagine you have so much hair. You know, you take the shit off, it got some weight on it. It's healthy, it's thick. You getting ribs just to braid your hair. She don't want to do nothing else. She'll become your wife just so just make sure I could braid your hair. God damn, that's some glory right there. The Christians don't know about that though. They want to keep that head low so that broad could smack the shit out of them. Dumb Negro. And that broad could smack the shit out of you. You know what I mean? You understand the question?
Okay. There's another question online as well.
1 second.
Okay.
You go ahead.
It's from Alice says, Shalom, Lord Christ. Can I get a general breakdown on 2 Corinthians chapter 11, 12 through 17?
Okay.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 12. But what I do, that I will do, that I may cut off occasion from them which desire occasion, that wherein they glory, they may be found even as we. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into apostles of Christ. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, it is no great thing.
1 second. Shakat, it's a little too high. You could cut it back to 1. But no, all right. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, to water. I definitely intend to I definitely intend to blaze up tonight. I know it's not 4:20, but I'll be late. But I'm about to blaze it up. I'm about to, they don't say chief no more. You don't remember that thing. You're chiefing. You just in the car chiefing. Yeah, I'm about to chief up in here. Don't worry about it. I'm about to get it in. All right, say it again.
Verse 15. Therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers also.
No. Start from the top. And he said he wants a breakdown on this.
Kind of general breakdown.
Okay. Damn, what's going on with my phone, man? Whenever you're ready.
This is 2 Corinthians 11, 12 through 17. But what I do, that I will do, that I may cut off occasion from them which desire occasion, that wherein they glory, they may be found even as we. For such as false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into apostles of Christ. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. Therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works. I say again, let no man think me a fool, if otherwise, yet as a fool receive me, that I may boast myself a little. Verse 17, that which I speak it not after the Lord, but as it were foolishly in this confidence of boasting.
Okay, let's go again. Let's go again from the start of that one. All right. Give me where he at again?
2 Corinthians chapter 11, starting at verse 12.
Let's go.
2 Corinthians 11 and 12.
Mm-hmm.
But what I do, that I will do, that I may cut off occasion from them which desire occasion, that wherein they glory, that may be bound. It's like that may be found even as we. Verse 13. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into apostles of Christ. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light.
All right, hold on. Let me get a little backdrop. All right. Okay, give me from he went from 12 all the way down to 17. You might need to read from before just to get the whole context of it. All right. Go ahead. Let's you could start at 1. Let's read it down. All right, just to get the context of it. And he wants just a general breakdown on this. All right.
General breakdown.
No sweat.
Is 2 Corinthians 11. Would to God would to God ye could bear with me a little in my folly, and indeed bear with me. For I am jealous over you with godly jealousy. For I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Christ. Verse 3. But I fear.
All right. So everybody understand that what he's saying there?
Kind of.
Break it down for me.
He's saying I basically gave you one husband, and I have a jealous godly jealousy, and you're supposed to only be with one husband. I espouse you to Christ, and you're supposed to be serve no other gods.
It's hard, right? It's difficult. It's a little difficult. And there's only one reason why the New Testament appears to be more difficult, right? And it's because we all come from that Christian church. Somehow, once certain language gets, said, a certain, statement or certain statements get said or read out, the church, their doctrine, their wisdom, their understanding starts to resurface in your mind. That's just really what it is. But without the church, you'll be able to read this pure in mind. You get the point? Pure in mind. And that's just how your brain works. Your brain works based on how you thought from the past. You get the point? Which is why be transformed by the renewal of your mind. Your mind has to be renewed. And I'm not saying your mind is not renewed, but it's sometimes with the New Testament, it can get to the point where it's like, hold up, what is this saying again? You got to read it again and get it back. A good thing to do for anybody is annotate your Bible. Get a good highlighter, whichever color you want, and a very fine ballpoint pen, not the wet ink pen that will block, but a very fine ballpoint pen so you could make some notes. Make little notes in there, because those things help keep your mind on the track. Like a train on a train track, you don't want to get derailed now and start thinking how you was thinking before, right? The Bible says just one thing all through and through, but it's man's will and understanding and desire that changes what it says, right? In terms of not what's written, but what people understand, right? So let's so lucky, again, what I can't text no more and speak up. I'm there because I'm there. Pretty soon I'm gonna be yelling at people on the crosswalk. Yeah, yes, it's just good. That's just gonna be it. I'm gonna be yelling at people on the crosswalk, and it's not gonna be too wild. All right. Let's bear with me. Yeah, okay. So read it again from the top.
Okay. 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 1. Would to God ye could bear with me a little in my folly, and indeed bear with me.
All right. So he's saying, you know, just you'll indulge me for a little while. I mean, say some things that you ain't gonna really understand. So just, you know, indulge me in what I'm saying. You know, bear with me with my folly. Meaning, just, you know, it might seem like something weird to you, but just indulge me a little bit, right? Go ahead.
Okay. For I am jealous over you with godly jealousy. For I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Christ.
Right. So he's saying, I'm jealous over you with a godly jealousy. Godly jealousy meaning what? Godly jealousy meaning this is not a jealousy. What's an ungodly jealousy? That's the best way to understand. What would be an ungodly jealousy? Go ahead, Shapak.
To be jealous of somebody is something they can do with what they have. That's theirs. Like coveted.
Well, the white man has us in captivity. Is it ungodly for me to be jealous over our people that he has?
Good answer.
That's ungodly for me. So what the hell?
Ungodly.
Yes. What is an ungodly jealousy? Listen, man.
I thought you meant godly, like the godly, yeah.
Get out the figure 4 Nelson now, because you know them old school wrestling where he kick out and the referee stop counting. Get out the figure 4. What would be an ungodly jealousy? Very simple.
So that wasn't ungodly jealousy.
No.
Somebody having something and you want it.
No. Oh, yes, that's ungodly. But my example was the white man has us in captivity. Okay. Is it ungodly for me to want our people back? So then,
that's what he's saying.
But what you saying from what I said is the same thing. The white man has us in captivity. Is it ungodly for me to want our people back? Go ahead.
That would be a lawful jealousy.
That would be a godly jealousy. Why?
Because the Lord said that we belong to the Lord, not the white man.
Lord. That's it. That's where. So on God, come on.
It's like, so would an ungodly jealousy be something that God doesn't want that we will want?
Okay, ungodly jealousy would be you wanting something that is not yours. You get the point? Like you want to have something, you want to take something that does not belong to you, or really belongs to someone else. You get the point? The oppressor has an ungodly jealousy. He has an absolute ungodly jealousy because he wants to be Jacob. He wants Jacob's blessing. He wants to be the Lord's people. He wants to sing like the Lord's people, dance like the Lord's people, you know, have the spirit of the Lord's people without being the Lord's people. You understand? He has an ungodly jealousy. The Lord said, I would provoke you to jealousy. You understand? So there's a good type of jealousy in all. There's a good type of, you know, I want that. That thing there, I want that. You understand? I'm jealous over this oppressor. I'm telling you straight up and down, I'm jealous over Trump. See that power he wielding right now? I mean, that's a fraction of what Christ would have. But brother, he is in his kingdom doing what the F he want to do. He is the law unto the law. He just pardoned a bunch of criminals this week. A bunch of criminals. He pardoned some sheriff down there in Virginia that was taking bribes. You could pay for a badge. You could pay to become a deputy sheriff. And I forget how much thousands of dollars they say he got. So somebody could look it up. And they sentenced him to, I think, 10 years. He got 10 years for taking bribes in a public office. Trump said, listen, go free. Hey, go and accept bribes some more. Christ said, go and sin no more. Trump said, go and bribe some more. There's another married couple, this devil couple, that embezzled about 20 to $30 million from banks in America. They're both in jail right now. They're serving, they did about 2 or 3 years of their sentence. I think their sentence is 20 or 25. I could be wrong on the sentence. Trump called the daughter yesterday from the White House, the Oval Office, sitting there and said, yeah, you know, your parents is locked up, but that's a good thing. You know why? Because I'm going to let them out. He's saying them being locked up is an opportunity for him to show what he can do, because they're good people. And he said we're gonna try to make this happen in a day. I'm gonna let these people out in a day. Meanwhile, like you take up one of them Twizzlers or cigarellos from the 7-Eleven, like your whole face on the front door of the 7-Eleven. You going, you banned, you know, we looking for this person. He's pardoning everybody, whoever the hell he wants to. Doesn't matter. What's your?
He got over $75,000, and it ranged from $5,000 to $25,000 per badge.
Listen, man, you go down there. You want to be a sheriff in Virginia. You decide to drop some cash. Drop some cash. He send the badge to your eBay or Amazon. He send that to you, and you could be a full-fledged sheriff in whatever county in that state with all arresting powers and everything else. And he was just selling the office, selling the seat. That's what he was doing, and he got caught and got sentenced. Trump let him free. Like, they got so much power in this empire. If you're not jealous of them, something's wrong with you. If you're not looking at, I want to have their power. I want to be in that seat of power. You understand? Not you want to be them. That's an ungodly jealousy. Not wanting to be them, but wanting the power that they have. That's what you want. You get the point? That's what you want. Shalom. May I help you? I told you you're a lunatic. I sent you the number to call in. If you want to call, you call that number. You understand? I told you you're a lunatic. All right. He wouldn't leave me alone. He said he got the truth. We're gonna see. All right. So that's what it's saying. All right. We keep going. And he said, no, because he's jealous over us, meaning he was on a mission to bring us back to the Lord. That's all he wanted. He wanted to return Israel to the Lord. And he was super zealous about it. And, you know, with envy, like, he see us serving in Rome, serving in Corinth, serving in Galatia. And he wants us to serve the Lord like we serve Corinth. And that's how it is. Like, I see sometimes we see a lot of our brothers and sisters in Esau's military, right? That's fine. You could just put it on hold. You could answer the call and put it on hold. You could put it on the step somewhere or on one of these chairs right here. It might be too big. You just put it on one of the chairs right there. That's the word. Right there is fine. Right? You see a lot of brothers and sisters in Esau's military. And somehow in that military, brother, because of course we the people of the Most High and the Lord is a man of war, we excel in the matters of war, right? We excel in the matters of war. And we up in there like that general who they fired recently, who's the fighter pilot, the one who could fly everywhere. I forget his name. You could look him up. He had a ridiculous hours in combat. He was a pilot. He was a military general. Like, he should have 10 camps somewhere and teaching brothers about everything, all his skills. You get the point? He should not be giving his skills to Esau. He shouldn't be in there. And that's the type of jealousy we should have. You get the point? Like, you seeing Trump cutting damn near every government department budget down, and really is the have-nots, us at the bottom, who is going to suffer. What should happen is all our professionals should be jealous over us. All our dentists should come and open up dentist offices in the lower communities. We shouldn't be up you know, in the DC area where you Northwest, DuPont Circle, Bethesda. We shouldn't be up there cleaning them devil's teeth and making sure they don't got cavities. We should come now and enrich our neighborhoods. All our accountants, all our teachers, all our doctors. We should be jealous over our people like I'm only going to serve mine. And that's how the oppressor is over his. He's jealous over his people. He can't stand to see his people not give to their own. You understand? That's how we should be. Right? Keep going.
Verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
But I fear, lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Christ.
Right? That's easy to understand. Right? He's saying, you know, he watching for, you know, Satan coming in and stealing you away from the Lord and trying to, you know, seduce you away from the Lord or deceive you, because that's what happened with Eve. Keep going.
Verse 4. For if he that cometh preaches another Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
whom we have not preached, or if ye received another spirit which ye have not received, or another gospel which ye have not accepted,
Mm-hmm.
ye might well bear with him.
Right? Because if he's saying, if I, you know, raise you all right and teach you all this thing how it's supposed to be, somebody else gonna come and give you a doctrine that you could believe and give you something, a quote unquote gospel that sound good, and you might listen to that fool. And that's what happened with, you know, your fake Israelites. You get the point? They come with something that appear like this, but it's not the truth. It's not the truth. It got some shalom on it. It's wrapped in some fringes. You know what I mean? It got, you know, a little sprinkle of the white man is the devil, nothing heavy. It's a little dash or a side. It's a side dish. You could dip in that if you want to, but really this sandwich here they're making is something like the truth, but it's not. And you would hear them, you would believe them. Go ahead.
Okay, verse 5. For I suppose I was not a whit behind the very chiefest apostles.
Mm-hmm.
But though I be rude in speech, ye not in knowledge, but we have been thoroughly made manifest among you, among you in all things.
Right. So read it from 5 again.
Verse 5, Verse 5. For I suppose I was not a whit behind the very chiefest apostles.
Right. A whit. What does that mean? You could look it up real quick. A whit would mean, I believe it means like inferior to, or, you know, separated from. You got it?
Wit, the smallest part or particle imaginable.
Right? So like a small part or inferior to. You get the point? Or separated from, meaning I wasn't, you know, far removed from those chief men. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 6. But though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
But we have been thoroughly made manifest among you in all things.
Mm-hmm. I be rude in speech, that's self-explanatory. I might say some shit that might offend you. I might say some shit that might, you know, rub you the wrong way. I might be rude in speech, but I ain't rude in knowledge. Like what I'm telling you is the truth of the Lord. What I'm telling you is the words of the Most High. You get the point? Go ahead.
Verse 7.
Go ahead.
Have I committed an offense in abasing myself that ye might be exalted?
Mm-hmm.
Because I have preached to you the gospel of God freely.
Right. So now he's saying now, read it again from the top.
Verse 7. Have I committed an offense in abasing myself that ye might be exalted? Because I have preached to you the gospel of God freely.
Right. Have I committed an offense to you? Have I done something that's offensive in a way that belittles myself, belittles who I am? Because remember, this is Paul now. He building the schools. So now he's doing all the work. He's the one who is abasing himself to teach Israel so that they could come up to the Lord. You understand? Like he's become a servant now. And he's saying, have I abased myself? Have I belittled myself? Have I committed an offense by serving you? Have I committed an offense by doing this work on your behalf that you might gain the Lord? You understand? Go ahead.
Verse
and he said freely. right? That's how we do it. We go out and teach. We have classes and teach, broadcast on the internet and teach. Anybody could sit there and learn, right? Go ahead.
Verse 8. I robbed other churches, taking wages of them to do you service. And when I was present with you and wanted, I was chargeable to no man. For that which was lacking to me, the brethren which came from Macedonia supplied. And in all things I have kept myself from being burdensome unto you, and so will I keep myself.
That's cold, boy. That's cold right there. Anybody understand what he said? Go ahead.
When I was with you, I was wanted by the law. Is that what you said? I was
Where?
wanted?
Where?
Top of verse 9. When I was present with you and what's like? Nope.
But gosh, you get ready to lock Paul up. You putting charges on a nigga. God damn. Right, read it one more time.
Verse 9. And when I was present with you and wanted, I was chargeable to no man, for that which was lacking to me, the brethren which came from Macedonia supplied. And in all things I have kept myself from being burdensome. 8,
I robbed other churches, taking wages from them to do you service. What does that mean?
Is saying he was taking resources from other places, other schools, so they can build this one spot.
And why he described it as I robbed them?
Something they needed, or
Yeah, talking in mic, so everybody in.
is it something that the other schools needed, or he just took it?
No, it's saying, it's like saying you have 2 plants. Imagine you have 2 plants, and normally you would have 2 bottles to water the plants, but this plant don't have no bottle. This plant would use the water, and you take water from here and you water over here. It's like saying I'm taking from them, and they not going to benefit from me taking from them. So it's like a robbery. It's like I'm taking something that they're not getting back. You could take something and use it right here, and they'll benefit from whatever is being taken. You get the point? But this thing, I'm moving these resources, and it's not like it's going to benefit them.
Like, is he saying that because those schools that he was taken from were stronger and can do without?
It doesn't say that. You could infer that, but it doesn't say that part. It's the decision somebody who's in charge makes. It's just a decision somebody who's in charge makes. You're a parent, sometimes you make that decision. You could be a manager, supervisor. Sometimes you make that decision where, let me just move this here. You get the point? Go ahead.
Yeah, I heard it a lot where they say decide which bill's gonna get paid.
Basically, you decide which one gonna get paid today, right? And in building this up, he said, I done took resources from other schools to put here, right? And it's to put in their mind, they don't deserve this shit because he's taking from somebody else for them. You get the point? It's like he trying to put in their mind, like, this shit I'm bringing to you here, I had to go rob them for that. I had to go peel away from what they have for that. Go ahead.
Well, sometimes, I mean, like for the school, sometimes I know you might have brothers in certain camps, but then you might have to borrow a brother from one camp and then have him to another camp to help.
Anything. There's a brothers camp fund, go down there. Everybody go down there for a month and do camp down there. What is that doing for where normally it would be? It's not helping there. In the long run, it's going to help everybody. But he's telling them this is what he's doing here, right? In Corinth, right? Go ahead, 9.
Verse 9. Verse 9. And when I was present with you and wanted, I was chargeable to no man. For that which was lacking to me, the brethren which came from Macedonia supplied. And in all things I have kept myself.
Say that, read it one more time.
Verse 9. And when I was present with you and wanted, I was chargeable to no man.
So when I was present with you and wanted, I was chargeable to no man. Like no man could charge me with anything to say that what? I took your stuff. Read on.
For that which was lacking to me, the brethren which came from Macedonia supplied.
The Macedonia school supplied anything I needed. Go ahead.
And in all things I have kept myself from being burdensome unto you. And so will I keep myself.
Right? And he's laying it out to them. Like, I've brought stuff to you. I ain't take nothing from you. And if while I was with you, anything I needed, the school in Macedonia, they handled that thing. I've not been a burden unto you. So this was going on here. Everything is for your benefit now. Nobody done took nothing from you. Go ahead.
Verse 10. As the truth of Christ is in me, no man shall stop me of this boasting in the regions of Achaia.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 11. Wherefore, because I love you not, God knoweth.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 12. But what I do, that I will do, that I may cut off occasion from them which desire occasion, that wherein they glory, they may be found even as we.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 13. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ.
Right. So now you get it as he's running it down. He's running down everything he did and what he did not do, and he did not become a burden to the school. He did not take from them. But nevertheless, he ain't gonna stop glorying in the work he done did. You get the point? He ain't gonna stop doing that in boasting in the regions of Achaia. I don't know if this is Asia Minor here. I'm not sure. Achaia, you could check out that whatever region that is, right? And he's saying, wherefore? Why? Because I love you not? God knoweth. That's not the reason. He said, why won't I stop boasting? Because what? Because I don't got no love for you all? Because it could seem like that. Like you say, not doing this for you, that for you. It could seem like that. No, hell no, that ain't the reason. But what I do, that I will do, that I may cut off occasion from them which desire occasion, that wherein they glory, they may be found even as we. He said, what I do, I'm doing it for the occasion, for them who seeking an occasion to act like they've been doing the fucking work I've been doing. You understand? Like that's what he's saying, them that they may glory, that they may be found even as we. You understand? He had to run it down so you're all clear who's really working for you. Go ahead.
He's speaking on the I.S.U.P.K who show up when it's time with the cameras there.
Or men right here who want to act like they doing his work. You get the point? Go ahead.
Verse 13. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ.
Right. So from here, you could put whoever. Fake Israelites, your Al Sharpton, your Creflows, your, what's that one from Baltimore? Jamal Bryant. All them. You could put all of that down. And that's where it's picking up here now. So just so the brother understands, that's what it's picking up. He was running down everything, how he feel, the work he done did, what he did for this particular school, the help he done got, and he's boasting it so that you'll know that's the nigga right there. That's him. He's in charge. He's the one that running things. All right, go ahead.
Verse 14. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light.
And don't be amazed that now these fake Israelites or fake preachers would try to act like they have the truth or in the truth or been doing the work of the Lord. Why? Because Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. What is that saying?
It's saying,
oh, select it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's just saying,
pass the other mic to the sister.
All right, it's just saying, like, don't marvel, like, don't be surprised, or don't, if you see like certain groups or certain fake apostles, don't be amazed by them, because even Satan can turn himself into, it's like, for even Satan himself has transferred himself to an angel of light. So don't be amazed by these false apostles because even they can be Satan.
Okay, what does it mean for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light?
Satan can transform himself to make him into something that looks attractive or pretty or something that you want.
Okay. Bring it to today. How would you say it today?
Today, you got pastors that look like they're doing good, or out-shoppings or fake Israelite groups that look like they have the truth and look like they're doing something strong, but really they're not. They're getting you killed and all kind of, and just getting you just dying, making you lead you to death and to sin.
I'll take that. Sis?
I was going to give the example like how some of these preachers are coming up now saying that they're Israelites and trying to,
like hijack the whole thing.
Right.
Okay, they would be the false apostles. They would be the ones who he's saying here, they transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ. When he says, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. What's that reference talking about? Real simple. So,
I was thinking angel of light. I was gonna say something in the morning, but that's Lucifer. But I would say Esau, or like living good, living rich.
Esau himself, who is the devil, who is everything evil and everything against the Most High, he managed to make himself the angel of light. He managed to make himself the first of everything. He managed to make himself in charge of everything. He's the end all and be all of everything. He somehow managed to do it, even though he is the devil. Like Trump is the president of the world. He's the king of the planet Earth. And he's a felon. You had to go get expungements and, learn how to talk proper and use big words like polite and put on a shirt too small for your neck and go on TV and shave your face and tell everybody how you done turned your life around. This nigga just going and being the president, taking jets, talking shit about people, pardoning criminals. He somehow transformed himself into the angel of light. Now everybody want to be him. England trying to follow him. You see, they say they need the Trump effect in England, in Canada. You get the point? They split Canada in two. Some of the Canadians is behind the Canada government. Some of the Canadians want that Trump shit, right? You have them devils down there in South America and Argentina, and the opposition in Venezuela behind Trump. They like the whole Trump effect. The El Salvadorian leader, he agreed to the prisons deport them. Somehow he done turned himself into the angel of light. That's what this is. So don't be surprised that somebody would come and try to act like they have the truth and they're doing the work of the Lord. Because look at what the Satan is doing in the earth. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 15. Therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works.
So if Satan could do it, it's no big deal that your preachers is doing it, that your Uncle Tom Christians are doing it, that your fake Israelites are doing it. They really follow him. They really work for him. If he could do it, his Satan and his angels, his ministers could do the same thing. Go ahead.
Verse 16. I said,
and of course, their end is according to their works. They're going to pay for every goddamn thing, right? The ministers is going to pay for it. Satan going to pay for it too. But them Satan, his angels who follow him, they got a price to pay. And that's definitely in the topic what we're going to do tonight. Go ahead.
Like getting publicly outed that you get pegged?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. You know what? I forget. We still in the we still in the year of the Sakari bend over. Right? Yeah, but bigger than that. Pause. Yeah, I mean, but just think on a more powerful scale than that thing, a more impactful scale. than him. All right. Keep going.
Verse
16.
16. I say again, let no man think me a fool.
Mm-hmm.
If otherwise, yet as a fool receive me, that I may boast myself a little. Verse 17. That which I speak it not after the Lord, but as it were foolishly, in the confidence of boasting.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 18. Seeing that
right, I think he just wanted up to 17, right? So that's what he's saying. He's saying, I say again, let no man think me a fool. If he thinks I'm a fool, yet as a fool receive me, that I may boast myself a little. Meaning, if any man think him a fool, don't think him a fool. But if you think he's a fool, receive him still as a fool. So he could boast more, meaning so he could do more work. He's saying you should receive him and not them. You should listen to what he's saying and not what they say. You get the point?
Okay.
I think that answers the brother question. All right.
On the lunatic called, but he hung up.
Yeah, he sent me long texts. He's mad as shit. Yeah, I don't know what I don't really want to entertain him at this point.
Now we're ready for call.
He's just high. Yeah, I ain't sweating him off. What's the other questions we have? Any more?
No, last sir. There's no more questions.
All right. Okay, so get me in the meantime until any more questions come up. Get me where get me these two things. DC. There's a report that came out, I think yesterday or today, that the DC jail is 3 times more likely that you will die in the DC jail than the national average. Right? They say DC jail is leading the country in deaths of inmates. Right? You're 3 times more likely to die in the DC, 3.5 times, I think. That's what they say. 3.5 times more likely to die in the DC jail than in any other prison in the country. Is 3 times the national average. 3.5 times. She's about looking at me like, what? Go ahead.
I remember Lawton. They had to break. They had to shut Lawton down. That joint was vicious.
That's the one in Virginia, right?
Couple cars.
Yeah, I think that's gone.
Yeah, they had to shut that joint down. And they went and terrorized everywhere they would send them. But you saying the jail is more vicious?
That's what I'm saying.
The prisons out here.
Well, let's see what the article's saying. They say, okay, it doesn't say more vicious. More vicious is you're more likely to die. You're more likely to die. Not more vicious. You're more likely to die. Go ahead.
Yeah, because I was being born and raised, being a DC native, I was thinking the same thing too. But we'll just see. It could be the health. The way it's built.
That's exactly what they're saying.
They don't like clean or renovate. Like you gotta look at the DC jails to look like it's from the medieval times.
That's what they're saying. They're saying the rates of overdose is higher. I wanted the article say that. Go ahead.
Okay, so I have an article from Fox 5 News.
Mm-hmm.
It says conditions in DC jail have gotten so bad they're endangering the lives of both inmates and correction officers, according to a report from DC Auditor.
Mm-hmm.
The report calls the DC jail to be replaced urgently. What we know is the DC Auditor, Kathy Patterson, tells Fox 5 that the DC jails has a death rate more than 3.5 times the national average for jails.
Right. You immediately correlate death and viciousness. You thinking niggas getting stabbed up in there. That ain't the only way to die. That's he's like it's more vicious than you said wherever. Nah, brother. That's it's saying that shit there is worse than being in the Gaza right now. Right now in the Gaza Strip, brother, they're so hungry out. I mean, they say old world diseases is coming back. They say polio is on the rise in Gaza. You know what polio is? Yeah, you never even heard of polio. He's like, you look at me like, hold on, what? Yeah, when you get, if you survive it, you're supposed to die. If you survive, you usually survive with a limb being short or one side being short. Sometimes you see people, you don't see it no more. They'll have a funny hand like this, and their foot would be shorter. And that's if you survive the treatment. But you're supposed to die. It had a ridiculous death rate. Go ahead.
My mate, I know it gotta be vicious because just even overnight cell that they send you to in Central Cell Block, it's like a dungeon. Like the bed come off the wall, got chains hanging on it, and it come off the wall like a you know, like you in a dungeon somewhere. You know what I mean? A
You think it's going to be 4 Seasons?
Nah,
What it would be?
It ain't no mattress. You just land on the steel.
You wanted the mattress, man?
I mean, I would have preferred.
I mean, goddamn. Shit, you should have go rented the hotel room instead of robbing the hotel. Get a mattress out. God damn. He's like, they ain't got no bed in here. No shit, Sherlock. God damn. Go ahead, read on that.
The leading cause of death in the jail is overdose, and right now the jail's overdose rate is 10 times the national average.
10 times the national average in the DC jail. They just killing themselves. They're committing suicide. And this is in the nation's capital. This is the capital of the world. You're right. You go in there, and I ain't got to tell you who in there. Ain't no white boys in there. Ain't no Arabs in there. You all see how they treat the Arab in Virginia who blow them cops away. They was talking to him real nice. Real nice. And, you know, that's his therapist. Well, why are you so angry? You having a bad day? Meanwhile, he said, I should have gone and served with the Taliban. How the hell you didn't blow him away? I don't understand that shit. Right. How you don't blow him away right there? You would not. You as a cop, you ain't seen a day in jail for that shit. But you wait on that fool. Meanwhile, you piling up DC jail with a ton of brothers who have mad problems because they come from Christian homes and Muslim homes, and they're in there committing suicide because death is better than living in them conditions, and they're committing suicide at such a high rate. Brother, the national average is, they're dwarfing it. They're dwarfing that thing. Go ahead.
Khan. Patterson says the current facility is outdated, dangerous, and in urgent need of replacement.
Mm-hmm.
Because as long as we have custody of individuals, we need to not risk their lives. And that goes not just for the folks that are inmates, that goes for staff as well, said Kathy Patterson, auditor for the District of Columbia. This audit is eye-opening. It was conducted between July 2023 and June of last year. At that time, the report says 10 inmates died in custody in the DC jail. They either were murdered by another inmate, overdose, or died by suicide. Even after the audit period ended, 3 more inmates died in the remaining months of 2024.
Good night. And this is just from the overdoses, right? Not the straight suicides.
Yeah, concert.
Read it again.
This audit is eye-opening. It conducted between July 2023 and June of last year. And that time, the report says 10 inmates died in custody at the DC jail. They were murdered by another. They were either murdered by another inmate,
mm-hmm.
overdosed, or died by suicide.
Mm-hmm.
Even after the audit period ended, 3 more inmates died in the remaining months of 2024.
Mm-hmm. So even after they did their review of the whole prison, since then 3 more inmates died. Go ahead.
Patterson was also critical of Bowser's administration's oversight of the DC Department of Corrections. One, we need a new jail. We need a new facility that can be safe, but there's also needs to be greater attention by the administration to how things are actually working inside the Department of Corrections, said Patterson.
Mm-hmm.
The report also said the investigation found deteriorating infrastructure. The DC Department of Corrections failed to maintain consistently clean, hygienic, and safe conditions and did not adequately control parasites, vermin, and mold, and failed to maintain consistent healthy temperatures in both jail facilities.
Crazy. It was wild. So now skip down to what they say they want to do. Did they say what they want to do with the jail?
Like it.
All right. So now DC jail has long been neglected, like a lot of infrastructure in DC. Long been neglected because of all of that money in the DC government is going towards who? LGBTQ and white liberal areas, white supremacists, white liberal supremacists. You got white supremacists, and then you got the white liberal supremacists, which really run DC, right? That's the ones who, Black Lives Matter and everything else, Democrat and liberal. All right, what you got? All right, go ahead.
And that whole area, it's like a cluster of maybe 10 buildings. So to the far right, there's a DC jail. To the left, there used to be a shelter, but that one was shut down because there were kids that was getting kidnapped and missing from.
That's where Relisha Rugg went missing from.
And
right.
Then in the back, there's a clinic. So me living in that neighborhood, I used to go to that clinic, but everything there is old.
It's gone.
It's gone up, but it was just old. That whole thing needs to be knocked down. Now they knocked down some and turned into condos into restaurants. The front part.
See,
the front line is restaurants
for
I.S.U.P.K.
and not Trump I.S.U.P.K, but them white liberal I.S.U.P.K. Hold on 1 second. Go ahead.
And then, but then still behind those restaurants and condos is still that old clinic who been there. I don't know, probably since Martin Luther King. It been there.
No upgrade, no nothing.
No upgrade,
it's rough. Yeah. And I don't know how well they've been trained. I don't know anything like that. But I know all that DC money is going to, the mayor's supporters, which is the white liberals and the LGBTQ. Right? That's who's keeping Muriel Bowser in office. All right, what he's going to say?
So that whole building, saying that they built right there, it's called the Kennedys. It's in the I know old head, and he always talks about how it's a part of the the Kennedys run that shit.
Mm-hmm. Right. So they done said, okay, this thing is bad, it's real bad. Now, who knows if it's really that bad? I don't know if COs is operating on just unaliving brothers for the sake of the stats. So now they could come and put this on the news and go before the what's called that, the DC chamber and the Congress and whoever else, and get funding approved to rebuild this jail now, or move the jail somewhere else, right? Who the hell knows? I don't know, because I don't know if how far back the stats go. They could put us in their report. Now, I don't know if Bukwash, is there anything they say that at the end of this, like what they're going to do? No? Okay, look up something Donaldson. What's his name? Kevin Donaldson. So what they said they're going to do, they said they want to redo the jail, right? That's what they want to redo. But they expect to redo the jail is going to cost them $1.1 billion to redo this jail, to rebuild the whole thing and make it what it should be. So nobody going to commit suicide no more. It's going to be less likely that they could bring drugs in. And it's going to be in a way where the inmates are going to be more safe from other inmates. It's going to cost $1.1 billion. But now with, of course, they want to return RFK Stadium, which is another $1 billion project. They're saying, how the taxpayers going to be able to afford this? DC ain't going to be able to afford, a $1 billion project for the jail. And this is, again, the capital of the world, the capital of America. So in comes the devil, right? Which his name is something Donaldson. I mean, Kevin Donaldson, I forget the damn devil name. But he is a representative from some group, right? You could probably find the name of the group as well. They said, well, listen, we'll make an offer to the DC government. And that's how I know this thing is already in play, because all this came out with DC's mayor. She just had a whole budget conference where she discussing all the budget cuts she's about to make. He is there. He's saying, well, what we could do so the taxpayers don't have to spend this money, my company will build the jail privately. And y'all could just rent it from us. And that seems to save the taxpayers money. So now they're sitting there and they're talking about if it will be good and feasible for this oppressor to build this jail, or if DC should build the jail. Now, we ain't talking about a university in Iraq. We're not talking about a hospital. We're talking about prison. The fact that they could forecast, what's the year they're looking at in that thing there to get a jail rebuilt? What year?
Doesn't say, but it says.
Yeah, it does say. It started to talk about years in the future for when they expect the first phase to start and all of that shit. Supposed to be around 2030. You see that here? What year are they expecting to have one of the phases complete? Go ahead, Shapat.
Like the only thing I got was says, wow, the new jail won't be completed until 2031.
2031, which means they don't have any, onus to stop no crime, Mark. You understand? It's like me saying, COVID is coming, so I'm going to make a factory to build more masks and more hand sanitizers, so we'll have more stuff to help prevent the spread of COVID. I'm not going to work on a vaccine. I'm not going to work on, quarantining the area COVID is coming from. I'm not going to do none of that. But I'm just going to build things to deal with the overflow. Go ahead.
Funny you say that because it's a new COVID out. I remember because it's I say New Balance, COVID, New Balance 1.8, something like, you know what I'm saying?
Whatever. Listen.
They no longer taking up the stats of how many people are catching it. They're just like, you know what to do. Cover your mouth, wash your hands.
Because a lot of people is vaccinated now. That's the bell curve they was talking about. They say once a certain portion of the society is vaccinated, you don't really have to worry about it outbreaking as much. That's how it usually goes with diseases. But the point I'm making here is that they're expecting to lock up more niggas they're expecting to have enough niggas to lock up by 2031 to justify $1 billion jail. Which lets you know what about us, Zach? We in bad shape. Like our lifestyle is a whole economy for these people, Zach. Like these people, like this devil came in there and said he's willing to spend $1 billion so that DC government pays rent in his building. He said he'll build the jail so the taxpayers don't got to spend the money. You don't have to use taxpayer money. I'll build the building, you just rent it from me. In other words, our crime, our lawless life is a commodity they could bargain. It's profitable for them. They make money off of it, but we get nothing but a jail cellar. We get nothing but the pointy end of a shank. We get nothing but more drugs than you could, take. You get high till you're dead, suicide. Like that's what we getting. What they're getting is an industrial. And that's a very, very rough place to be. Like that is a rough place to be. Even in the Gaza, ain't nobody capitalizing on that shit. They're trying to not feed them. They're trying to not get food trucks in there. They're trying to not get no aid in there. They're trying to cut the money off from going in. They over here budgeting on us. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous the extent to which we turned our backs from the Lord in a way that makes them money. It makes them rich. It makes like 2031 from now is what? 6 years? Okay. What's the age that they consider adult for DC? For somebody who's a child, like somebody who commits a crime. When do they stop sending you to the youth center and sending you to the jail? So 18. So right now, they are building a prison for somebody who's 11 or 12. And they know that at 11 or 12, I'm going to build you a bed in 2031. That's going to be part of $1 billion. I could forecast that. Now you see why we out on the street screaming and yelling the way we yelling. Because they behind closed doors cutting $1 billion deals for our people. billion-dollar deals that's going to make them rich. DC government going to pay this devil rent. That's if they go through with the plan, but he proposed it. Going to pay them rent. And on top of that, you in there, if you're doing time, you know, you doing free labor or labor that's next to nothing for some industry, whether it's, you know, uniforms or pajamas or license plates, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? We in an absolute bad place. Give me Isaiah 42 and 20.
Oh, God, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah chapter 40.
Go ahead. I think it's 22, but go ahead.
Oh, God, sir. The book of Isaiah chapter 42, verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
Sing many things, but thou observest not.
Mm-hmm.
Opening the ears, but he heareth not.
That's every Christian preacher. That's every black politician. That's every supporter of Kamala and Biden and every black supporter of Trump and Vance. Like, you seeing, but you don't see. Your ears open, but you ain't really hearing what the hell is going on. Black people are absolutely destroyed in this place, and they want us destroyed because it's profitable for them. It makes them a profit. It's a business for them. Keep going.
Of course. The Lord is well pleased for his righteousness' sake.
Say it again.
The Lord is well pleased for his righteousness' sake.
Go ahead.
He will magnify the law and make it honorable.
Right, and the Lord is well pleased for his righteousness' sake. The Lord is well pleased for the sake of the Israelite school of I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
He gonna magnify this house because, brother, what we do on the streets, this is why they hate us so much. This is why they say, you know, go get a job. God is love. What you're preaching is hate. Because what we say on the street makes sure brothers and sisters don't go to jail. And if brothers and sisters don't go to prison and don't call 911 for some stupid domestic issue and don't raise these badass kids that making the truancy driver, the van driver rich because he got to drive your kids to school. If it is we don't do that, they get rich. They have a whole economy behind our dysfunction. That's why the Lord had to magnify this place. Go ahead.
Okay. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
Say it again.
But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
Say it one more time.
But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
Like Trump in the same week, say he attacked the Section 8, he attacked the SNAP, he attacked with his big beautiful bill, he attacked the tax breaks and the funding that would fund certain aspects of your medical care, certain aspects of your health care. He done attack that in the same week that they're saying we're going to build more prisons. Like, our oppressor rather spend $1 billion to oppress you than $1 billion to make you not have to depend on him. Like, he wants you dependent on him, but we're in a way that you could be a slave. You understand? You could be dependent on him where you don't have no rights. He could work you to you die. He don't have to give you no water, no food, no nothing. And you just a slave and nothing else. You can't be nothing else. You can't be a whole nation under him. He'll spend $1 billion in that. He's investing $1 billion in the future that some 12-year-old today is going to grow up to be a criminal. I want you to understand that for a second. I want you to really understand that part. Like, imagine saying, I'm going to spend $1 billion on this school so that in the future we'll have the best laboratories or art schools or law branches, because the future you're going to need lawyers. He's saying in DC, I'll spend $1 billion now. A dead nigga ain't no good to us. We need them niggas alive, just in jail. You understand? Okay. Brother, that's a disgusting. I don't think we too oppressed to even understand what the fuck he talking about. Right. We don't care about 2031. We care about, what time is it? 8? We care about 8:31. That's what we concerned about. Go ahead.
But it's like back in slavery, today we got more people locked up than was in slavery. So like he got more slaves than he used to have.
Which is why they want to have better prisons, to have a better slave arc. You can't have these slaves killing each other. You can't have these slaves overdosing. You can't have these slaves committing suicide. The nigga want to escape life. You pulling him off the ledge. Not to, hey, listen, man, I have a job for you. You better than that. To go sit in that cell and make pajamas and press out license plates. And, just sit there and turn the light on. The state gonna pay me anyway because you destroyed. That's who we dealing with. You understand? That's who we absolutely dealing with. And Bowser up there, I ain't hear nobody push back against this fool. Like, I ain't hear nobody saying nothing against what he just laid out. They're treating it like, well, he's saving the taxpayers' money. You want to save the taxpayers' money, take away every mandate to keep the Israelite School of UPK off the media. We should have a primetime 7 o'clock slot on every major TV station in every city. You want to save taxpayers' money? Brother, there'll be no 911 calls in our communities anymore. You wouldn't have to police our communities. You'll be able to. Right now, DC is in a shortage of police officers. I think they say they're operating at 60% or something like that, a 60% workforce. They're saying they have a budget for, they have an exhaustible budget now that they wouldn't be able to, that they're not using. So they're trying to hire more. You don't have to do that. Just give us the budget. Give us the budget, and you'll need about half of the cops you need now in our communities. Go ahead.
Shalagi, my man, they know because I remember y'all saying before that the officers that's we might tell them we coming out there that Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Let y'all know that whenever we're out there, crime is down and it's still populated just like any other day. But when we're out there, crime is down.
Brother, anybody who listens to us for 5 minutes with a pure intention, a pure mind, you listening to it for what it is. It's like somebody who drinking water because they're thirsty. That's the one I mean, like a pure mind will know that Black people need the Israelite School and UPK. That's what we need as a people. I told you, I ain't gonna Mathaya. You all know Mathaya, right? Mathaya had a family member that was helping us look for, certain things that we needed for the school. And this family member is a Christian. I'm talking about every Sunday big hat Christian. And this family member said, I don't believe in nothing y'all say, nothing y'all do. But I know my nephew, and I know how he changed. And if y'all is the reason he is how he is, I'll do whatever y'all need me to do. God damn, you sick. In fact, I nearly pulled the 12 days out from under here. I was like, hold up, they're coming in now. God damn, Bakwash. You gotta warn me. Shit. I told you I'm getting older. Shit. I'm about to slide down in the seat slowly. But I'm trying to tell you, like that there is, that's the spirit of the Lord. That's the truth. And that's what DC needs. That's what every city in every state needs. The Israelite School of UPK. America like to talk about, what does it say? Black fatigue? You got black fatigue, devil? Call the Israelite School of UPK. If you tired of niggas, call us. We'll come in there. We'll handle all of that. We'll handle everything. Listen, we'll make this thing so much that you'll be begging for niggas to sin again. You'll be begging for niggas to smoke crack and get high and commit abortions and have domestic issues and go to custody battles. Going to a custody battle. Imagine that, somebody getting paid for you going to court. Imagine something as little as the lights being on in the court. Somebody's getting paid to put lights on in a room you walk in because you and some woman or you and some man can't be regular and sensible over a child you all got together to create. But it's $1 billion industry, though. It's $1 billion industry. Think about how much money they're making if he's willing to cough up $1 billion over 6 years. God damn. Come on.
So we got an Edomite that chimed in.
Uh-huh.
From a Dodger Roger says he
What's
is
his name?
Dodger Roger.
I think that's the devil from DC comeback. That's the draft dodger right there. Good.
Kind of. He says he is so ignorant, he is funny. Speak now or forever hold your niggers. Hard R.
Yeah, listen, we'll forever hold the niggas out. We'll forever do it. But we won't forever hold you devils. You devils going into slavery. And after a certain period of your sentence, the Lord said there will be no more of the house of Esau. That's what the God of the Bible said. You won't be able to dodge that, Roger. You wouldn't be able to get away from that. You're going in a museum. That's your end. You want to build $1 billion jail for our children. You going in a museum, devil. You going in an archive. We'll Google you. Keep reading, please. Is that not case? He calling still? Don't be pressed for him, He's an absolute nut. I told him, he called me today. He said, yeah, I have a question. I already heard the demon in him. I said, do you have a question or are you looking for a fight? He said, no, it's a real question. I said, well, go ahead. Why doesn't the U.P.K teach? I said, I told you, I got no question. He's an absolute nutcase. I say, well, listen, I'm preparing for class now. How about I let you call in the class later on and then you could tell me what you think. He said, you going to let me talk in front of everybody? I said, yes. He said, so my voice going to be heard by everybody. That's how he talking. I said, I know that's what you want. You're going to get it. I'm trying to be a brother. He said, well, all right, then what's the number? I said, I'll send you the number. And he started to get bugger. I said, you're a nutcase, right? He's like, what do you mean I'm a nutcase? See, how you going to call me a nutcase? He sent me how much messages so far? This nigga sending me pictures and shit now. I ain't opening it. I'll show you. It's still red, just in case you don't think it. But there's 5 on red, and I done replied to about 3 before. He's going crazy. He's an absolute nutcase. I just need to know who give him a number, because goddamn, vet these fools, brother. G's and H's. Vet him. Please. Shit. They'll just call. Listen, he on medication and on whatever government assistance. He ain't got nothing but time to dial. And it ain't like the old school phones where you hang up and that to dial the thing. He just had to push a button. He got energy for that shit, He got a ton of energy for it. He don't know our energy too. I'll deal with that. Go ahead, whoever is reading.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 42, verse 21. Verse 22.
Yeah, go ahead.
But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
They are all of them snared in holes.
We are all snared in holes. What's one of the holes we snared in? The Christian church. Another hole, the Muslim mosque. Another hole, a huge hole, or just America on the hole. We snared in different holes. Those are the 3 main categories. And from that, you're going to have your drug addiction. From that, you're going to have your sexual preference or your sexual deviancy. From that, you're going to have your misgendering or your gender bendering. You're going to have everything else that affects us in America. You're trans this and you're trans that. It all comes from the Christian church, the Muslim mosque, and America. And we snared, we trapped in that, and we can't come out of it. We can't come out of it. Imagine if some idiot wants to battle over a scripture that he say we don't teach, but he don't know what we teach. Meanwhile, some devil is, approaching the mayor to spend $1 billion up front, is begging for the opportunity to give away $1 billion because niggas committing crimes, aka sin, and I'm gonna break that down, is $1 billion industry for these people.
Also, Award says U.S. is paying El Salvador $6 million to house Venezuelan prisoners.
Brother, imagine $6 million. The U.S. done destroy these economies. $6 million is ridiculous. A ridiculous budget for them. This devil spending $1 billion on a city jail. They spend $6 million on a country, paying one country to house the prisoners from another country. You can't tell me the white man is not the devil.
Right.
Think about what he did to the economies. That $6 million could fund a place way more than what $1 billion would do right here. Just you feel that for a second. And listen, that involves planes taking off and landing. Because how the hell they getting from Venezuela to El Salvador? They're walking? That's jet fuel, maintenance, oil. Google for me how much oil it takes to fill up a plane. Not the gas, oil.
God, sir, just to show you the difference between a million and a billion.
Come on.
A million seconds is 11.5 days. A billion seconds is 31.69 years.
You see what I'm talking about? Now you see why they deal with us the way they deal with us. Now you see why it's important for us to go to jail. Now you see why Biden said our children are super predators. Children, you know why? Because if you had a business, let's say you had a take this off, Silak. You're gonna bring Sister Freeze in here. Yatazar gonna call me later. Hey, what's going on? So how you feeling? before you, she was a little cold in that class, so don't make me have to come down there. Yatazar, it's all good, brother. She gonna be right. Like they now imagine you had a business. You had you in the NBA. Imagine you had Shaq. Those of you who old enough to remember Shaq. A lot of people don't understand. Shaquille O'Neal was probably just as major as Michael Jordan in that era. Shaquille O'Neal was, a monster in the NBA. He was a phenomenon. It was something. He was a big man's big man. But at that time, Shaq was it. He was so dominant. Imagine signing Shaq later on when he gets to the Suns versus you get him at 17. What would you prefer? 17. That's prison. That's why children are super predators. It's like a seed, or you want to get it young so it could grow in this industry and we could maximize profit. Now you know why we on the street screaming our lungs out. Now you know why we out there and we battling some devil and we believe in a book nobody believes in, and why we dress how we dress, walk how we walk, talk how we talk. We staunch against certain things. We're not taking part in your holidays. We don't compromise. We don't want no part of what you have, because we know that's the beginning of you trying now to make sure our children end up in your industries. We understand that thing. It's in our spirit to understand it. Now we hear the dollar value, and that's just one devil in one city. Imagine in other places what they're planning. He's saying 2031, I could have this prison built for you. It's going to cost $1.1 billion. You ain't got to spend a cent. I'll build it for you now. You just rent it from me. Some 12-year-old child right now in a classroom is going to end up in that jail. Unless you're coming to the Israelite school or UPK. Go ahead, Al.
So when you said something about the super predators and the kids and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? When they called the super predators, we balked at it. But then we went ahead and made it popular and famous and the way people wanted to do it.
What do you mean?
By calling it YNs. Now everybody wants to be a YN.
Well, again, our culture, they envy us of that. Our culture is something they cannot do without. Like there would be no future of America without us. There'd be no future of anywhere without us. Our culture is just too rich. It's just too rich to ignore. It's too good. It's like eating a well done, well seasoned steak versus I know you brothers like that Vienna sausage, but shit, Vienna sausage. You get it, boy. Some brothers like it. All right. No, I ain't knocking you. That thing is not, that's not priestly. All right, go ahead, Al.
So you said how much oil I put in the 747, and it's 12 gallons of oil in the engine, but to gas it,
can't be 12 gallons. That's got to be more. That's got to be more.
That's what it said.
Shit, I think it more.
And it said it can fly on less 8 to 9.
Say again?
And it said you can even fly with less 8 to 9 gallons.
All right, no sweat. Shit, but go ahead.
But to gas it though, it's between 48,400 to 63,636 gallons of gas.
63,000 gallons of gas. All right, that's the figure. The water for looking at the gas and not stuffing at the oil. I sure changed the shit. 63,000 gallons of gas. I don't know what the hell that cost. Come, you got it? Come on now.
It's upwards to 60,000 gallons of fuel and costs hundreds of thousands of dollars to fill.
So one trip is hundreds of thousands. That's the most expensive Uber Trump ever ordered. To make one trip of prisoners from Venezuela to El Salvador or America to El Salvador is costing a few $100,000. And they're making multiple. Today, Trump said he said he want ICE to up the arrest to 3,000 a day. 3,000 a day they want. He said the arrest rate is going good, but we want more. They say the ICE agents even feeling the pressure. They're saying that the ICE agents is saying they fear that if they don't make the quota, this could be a matter of job security because, of course, they're dealing with Donald Trump, who is master of firing people. So now you see how Kilmar Abrego end up in El Salvador. Now you see how so many people who have papers and who have things in order is ending up in jail because it's a quota. It's go out there and fight anybody. You hombre, see? Come in the van. That's what this is, Zach. That's what's going on here. You understand? It's business. And we better be in the business of the Lord's work. Right. We better be in the business of getting brothers and sisters to leave that shit out there and come up in here and obey what the Lord say to do. Because, brother, they getting mad profit out there. Crazy money they spending out there. $1.1 billion on a future jail. How do you know people are going to commit crimes in the future? Like, I don't get it. You mean to tell me it's not going to drop? Even the housing market, there's going to be a future generation of people, right? There's going to be a future generation that needs housing. Sometimes things get hard. The housing market slow down. They ain't building no more because things is just rough, right? Okay. That ain't stopping with no jail. They said build that damn jail, nigga. Build it. We gonna fill it. How is that the same energy for housing? What, Yahanna?
Okay, yeah.
Go ahead.
I had to get the exact number. For a Boeing 747 plane, it's 63,000 gallons. And which costs approximately $450,000.
Wow, $500,000 in one trip. Well, let's just say 2 trips. Maybe that's a wrong trip. I ain't no pilot. Fly, but I ain't a pilot. Bars. You get the point? Like, these people are, it's ridiculous. Keep reading on, Isaiah. Let me know if any more questions. I have a question, please.
God. Book of Isaiah chapter 42, verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses.
And they are what?
Hid in prison houses.
And they are what?
Hid in prison houses.
You tell me the Bible ain't talking about us? Like, we dying in the prison houses. They plotting to put us in the prison houses. We getting stabbed in the prison houses. Some of us is under the jail, literally. Like what they're doing in them prisons in Mississippi and where's the other place where the cops would just kill the prisoner, kill the suspect and just bury them in the backfield. You remember that story? Just bury them in an unmarked grave somewhere. They say for years people missing. The family going down to the police station, filing missing persons report. Meanwhile, they buried behind some prison somewhere, just in an open field. This is who is talking about. The Jewish man, he's not the real Jew. He's not the person who Isaiah talking about here. We hidden in prison houses. We the ones who they plotting and putting in jail, taking crafty counsel, put in prison your future generations. You better take hold of them YNs, man. You better take hold of them young niggas because they don't know where the hell they're gonna end up. They don't understand what's afoot. They don't get it. They don't understand the appetite of this devil to see our people behind bars. He has an appetite for it. Go ahead.
Okay. They are for a prey.
Say it again.
They are for a prey.
Say it again.
They are for a prey.
Brother, $1.1 billion he willing to spend. And if you know how this goes, he ain't got 1.1 billion, but he knows he could go and sell this idea to investors, and they will come together with that cash quick. They'll fund that project. All them people on the internet, and they all you got to do is get the right startup and the right investor and the right investment. They're gonna go to their buddies and get the right investor. They're gonna do it because this thing is going to pay. Because niggas is going to continue to be Christians. And Christians end up in jail. Muslims end up in jail. They know that. They understand that. Go ahead. They are for a what?
A prey.
For a prey. Go on.
And none delivereth.
And what?
And none delivereth.
Except for the Israelite school at UPK. We going to deliver. You're going to have to come. You got to turn back to the Lord if you want to be delivered from what's his name? Donaldson? I forget the devil's name. You got to look him up. Some private investor. He talking to the DC government and saying, yeah, I'll fund the million. I'll fund the billion. Salaki. I might need this fan back. Salaki says. Go ahead.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
For a spoil.
For a spoil, like a spoil of war. For a spoil. Go ahead.
And none saith restore.
And nobody saying restore. What does that mean? When I say nobody say restore, what does that mean? Go ahead.
I mean, like to help these people rebuild or stop them from going through the hell they're going through. Stop them from like how you saying, like instead of investing $1 billion into prison, let's invest $1 billion into
to stop them from going to
stop
prison.
them, programs and things like that. Food and all kind of stuff, housing, all kind of things like
that. How could we stop them from going to prison? How could we restore them? How could we take them out of the snare? They're trapped in snares. How could we stop them from being a prey? You understand? And if you understand life, to stop something is usually the opposite. You get the point? If you don't want nobody to be, if you want to stop somebody from being weak, what must you do? Sis? You got to make them strong. If you want to stop somebody from being a prey, what must you do? You got to make them a predator. But if they become a predator, now what? Now they're going to be competition. Because why? I'm the predator. White man, that's who he is. He's not going to make you, equal with him or give you a leg to stand on. None shall restore, which is why what we do is so important, is so precious, and we don't really see it because we don't know everything they do in our. We're not privy to everything they do. And if we were privy to everything they were doing, brother, this place would be filled out the door. There'll be people on them steps. There'll be people just standing because now they fully understand what's at stake. But for us, Cassie and Diddy, that's what's at stake. For us, Chris Brown is what's at stake. For us, the LGBTQ, Black Pride is what's at stake. But if you could understand what's really at stake, a lot of folly would end. Go ahead.
It's like when I was looking up the name for the investor,
Mm-hmm.
they have a mock-up on how the new prison is supposed to look like.
Oh, brother, it's a whole presentation arc. I sat there and I'm looking at the news and I'm like, they're not even ashamed to fucking report on this shit. That's how far we fallen up. They're not even ashamed to report on this. Like, what is we even talking about? It's crazy, brother. And you should see the enthusiasm this devil come with this 1.1 billion.
It's like it kind of resembles the African American Museum.
Maybe it is going to be that Trump taking everything out of that anyway. You see, he gonna make that a museum. Go ahead, Shabbat.
So like the closest name I can get is Kevin Donahue.
That's it. Donahue. I said Donaldson. That's him. Kevin Donahue. Right? And he's representing some group. You know what I mean? He represents some group. But see if you could find his picture, all right? You put it up. Okay. All right, any more on it? Kevin Donahue. All right. 23.
Okay, so. Who among you will give ear to this? Who will hearken and hear for the time to come?
Mm-hmm. Who among you will listen to this? Who among you will give ear? With damn, this is what's going on. Who will hearken and hear for the time to come? They say 2031 is going to be built. They 2031. Meanwhile, you pass us in the street and say, you're still waiting on that sky daddy. This nigga waiting on your son to grow up. I could wait on whoever I want from the sky. I could wait on a pig to fly for all you care. He's waiting on your child to grow up, nigga. That's who he's waiting on. So he could make a career criminal out of him. Imagine that. Even that phrase, a career criminal. Like you're a doctor, your career as a doctor. A career criminal because they could make money off of you. It's wild. Keep reading.
Of course. Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers?
Come on, man. Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers? Who gave us to Kevin Donahue? Mirabal she thinking about it. Because she won that money for the stadium. They already give the whole layout for that stadium, Mark. I think the stadium cost and the whole stadium thing is 2.some billion or 4 billion or something like that. Go ahead.
Slightly to be exact, the jail would cost 1.3 billion.
Shit. Well, listen, I don't know. 1.1, 1.3. It's still a lot more than what the fuck I have.
Oh, God.
yeah, I mean, it could be 10.3. You get the point? Like, who gave us to these robbers, man? Who gave us to these people that would continuously prey on us and plot on us? Are you trying to get it together the best way you can? Now you see why it's so important that when you go to, divorce court or custody court, that it's important that judge sides with the mother. Because and this is not a knock to the sisters, but it's ensuring the path that child gonna take. Statistically, it ensures the path that daughter or that son is going to take. The fact that even amongst our people, you may have somebody who is they ain't the age of an adult, but they're adolescent. They, 15, 16. And between the marketing through the music and the movies, they aspire to go to jail. It's a dream, like how some people dream to go to college or go play basketball in Madison Square Garden. They market to us prison. And then you reach the age of young, adulthood, 20s, 22. And you may meet somebody who say, nah, I ain't never been locked up. You ain't never been locked up? Like, what do you mean? You ain't never been locked up? Like, that's an anomaly, Ark. You know how weird that is? That's a weird thing. That's letting you know there's somebody designing this thing because this machine they're building needs food to eat. And we are the food. We the prey. We the fuel. We the victim. We the thing that makes them rich and keeps them on top and keeps them wealthy. But it comes at us disobeying our God. It comes at us, being, vile and disgusting to each other. And then we have to pay them to fix us. That's their society. That's their system. Keep going.
Oh, God. Did not the Lord, he against whom we have sinned, For they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his law.
Listen, did not the Lord? Meaning, ultimately, it's the Lord who gave us to them. Ultimately, which is why to get out of captivity, we have to turn to the Lord. He put us in there. You get the point? To come out from under this white man, you can't do it yourself. You didn't go to him. You didn't give yourself in slavery to him. The Lord put us there. The Lord put us there. And you see, the Lord said in 22, these are people hidden in prison houses. And here it says, for we have sinned. We would not walk in his ways. We were disobedient. We were not obedient to his law. Our life in America is total opposition to what the Lord wants. And because of it, they're able to create an industry that capitalizes on wanting to eat pork, wanting to celebrate Christmas, wanting to whatever you think about. And it translates into disobeying America's laws. And that's how they get you. A lawful life is a lawful life. A lawless life is a lawless life. You get the point? Like there's really no difference to it. There's none. You understand? Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 25. Therefore, he hath poured upon him the fury of his anger and the strength of battle, and it hath set him on fire round about. Yet he knew not, and it burned him. Yet he laid it not to heart.
You understand? Like the Lord done poured his anger out on us. He done poured his fury. Yet we knew not. And it burned us. And we ain't taking it to heart. We haven't reached as a people the point of, well, damn, surely the Lord is against us. As a people. Remember at camp, the old half lesbian broad with the child at the bus station? God loves everybody. Ice needs to come for you. Remember that? We would not look at our life and be like, you know what, man, what they're saying is right. Like the Lord got to be against us. If God loved everybody, where's the love for us? Where's the love for our people? How come? Because surely the oppressor, he got to be receiving a ton of love. He got $1 billion to build a prison, to build basically a kennel for a human. You get your tax money, you trying to buy a car. This nigga get $1 billion. He building a kennel for people. With a what do you give a dog to sleep on if you don't want to sleep on the ground? Or you say the bed with the chains, Shapat? It's a piece of iron,
like a drawbridge,
like a drawbridge to drop down.
Constant.
And how the food come in?
Oh, it was a bologna, one slice of bologna.
No, how does it come into the cell?
They just passed it out.
You go to a mess hall, or it comes through some slot in your door,
and they just passed it out as you was in the hallway.
You pass it out in the hallway, or they come to the door and there's a slot they put it in, or slide it through something, just like what a dog. He gets $1 billion and builds a kennel. We get a little, couple thousand in the refund. We on the lot picking and choosing like we funds with Bentley. No, I don't like the wheels on this one. Give me that one. Listen now, we have spread that tax. Spread that tax. You get the point? Like we're not playing the same game. We're not really taking into heart. Like maybe the Lord is against us. Maybe the Lord is punishing us. Because our life surely is a punishment. Our life surely is something it's not life. This thing could never be life. We make it life, but this life we live in, I go, God damn, brother, shit. This can't be it. This definitely can't be it. All right, give me Genesis 4 and 7.
It's lucky.
Yeah.
Junior Jackson says Bone Thugs and Harmony was asked to invest and make music to attract people to crime.
See? Shit. I mean, I know how true it is. If the brother knows it for a fact, then shit, that's more proof. That's more proof. And I would definitely wouldn't doubt it, because even all the music, every song that they create, the songs that's more so that would be more wholesome for us as a people, they don't get no play. They don't get that thing that's, okay, yeah, we need more of this for the community. You get the point? Go ahead.
Slug, sir, at the last Midwest Fire Weekend, Commander Yahanna gave the Demons lecture.
Yeah.
At the end of it, when he was showing a video of some brothers who were high up in the music industry, and they were called into a meeting with a bunch of Jews and all that, Jewish men and all that.
I remember.
And they were introducing private prisons and saying we could get in, they could get in on the ground level. And he was thinking, this is supposed to be about music. Why is we talking about private prisons?
Yeah, because our brother, us disobeying the Lord is a huge economy. It's economic wealth for the white man. It's his very bread and butter. Us disobey, like, okay, $1 billion. Google for me how much it is to build an oil well, just one well, from exploration to finish. All right, if they have those things for here or anywhere, just one oil well, the cost of it. And then somebody else Google for me what's the return on an oil well on average, whether it's yearly or daily, it doesn't matter. What's the average return of an oil well, a producing oil well? The cost of it from exploration to finish, and then the cost of the return of an oil well. Somebody else look up what's the cost of diamond mining or gold mining. What's the average cost of, how much it costs and the return of, mining gold? What's the return on it? Like if you put in $1 million, you get back 10. Anything yet? Come on, Shapat.
Between 6.6 million and 8.1 million.
That's to do what?
From exploration
to finish.
To completion.
So exploration to completion is about $8 million for oil well. That's talking about the they have a big boat, a big old long boat that does sonar, and they bounce the sonar down to the bottom of the ocean, and depends on how it come back up. The seismograph, the echo then is letting them know where they could drill. Then they have to start a drill down, and drilling is expensive. And they could drill and hit an air pocket and blow everything out, like you see in them movies where the pipes fly all over the place. They hit air, and that air was under pressure. So when that thing come up, you could die. Or they could hit water and you drill. You spend all these millions and you hit water. And you could drill right here and hit water or oil. And about 100 feet this way is the gold mine, and you wouldn't know. And then they come up with something called lateral drilling, where you drill over here, then you could have pipes going this way and drilling laterally. So you could drill here, but you pulling from something over here. And for that, $8 million. And what's the return? Who has the return? Go ahead.
I got a few numbers. A regular conventional oil well is between 10 barrels and 1,000 barrels, and a high producing oil well gives you 5,000 barrels
a day.
A day, kind of
right.
Mm-hmm. And the cost of oil right now per barrel, if it's a regular 1,200 barrels a day, that's $73,000, and if it's high producing, $305,000 a day.
Okay,
between $75,000 and $300,000 a day. So
you can get $300,000 a day from an oil well. You spend $8 million on. So let's do $300,000 by 365.
111 million.
111 million if you spend 8 million. How much do you think they're getting for $1.1 billion? Won't it make sense to go just drill wells if you really want to make some money? But they know investing in niggas' destruction is worth more than oil. And they call oil black gold. You being a criminal is way more valuable than what them Saudis them dancing in. Who have gold or diamond? Anybody have that? Anybody looked it up? You brothers online, you all look up gold or diamond? Maybe we skip that for time's sake. When if you all find it, let me know. Shupat, give me Genesis, or whoever reading, give me Genesis 4 and 7.
Oh God, sir. The book of Genesis.
Like, feel that like $8 million give you 111 million in what? A year? Right. So in 10 years, you have a what? $110 million in 10 years. So from an 8 million investment, no, wait, hold on. It's 11 million, right? Or 111 million?
It's 111 million.
111 million in 1 year. I thought it sounded like 11 point something million, right? 300,000 by 365. Come on, Bakwash, quickly.
Yeah, it's $111 million a year.
$111 million a year. So in 10 years, you have what? 1.1 billion. So it takes you 10 years to get 1.1 billion. He invested 1.1 billion today. What do you think he gets in? He says 6 years are going to be done. What do you think he gets in a year versus 10 years? You understand the magnitude of our crime? And that's one city. That's one city. Why do you think Trump is, paying for the prisons elsewhere? There's a return, If Trump has a deal with them to pay for the prisons, surely there's a return. Maybe that's where all the cheap labor that he's tariffing China and the Philippines and Taiwan out of. Maybe that 150% tariff that he put on China, maybe those industries go into El Salvador. So he has to fill the workforce. Because goddamn, man, you could tariff, 5% on free labor and make guap money. Right or wrong? Y'all see the math?
Okay.
Niggas, y'all better come up in here. You niggas, I'm talking to you. You better come up in here and let this place go broke. Let them starve. Let them starve. They spend big money to convince us we nothing. Because once we think we nothing, we throw it all away and then they make guap money over us. Let me get Genesis 4 and 7.
Oh God, book of Genesis.
Any more questions on Bakwash? If not, no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh God, book of Genesis, chapter 4, verse 7. If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted?
Mm-hmm.
And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
Mm-hmm.
And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him.
Brother, our sin, brother, like if thou doest well, we'd be accepted. If we do as well by the Lord, we will surely be accepted. We give the Lord what he wants. We give the Lord what he asks for. We give him that loyalty. We give him that fealty that he asks for. We'd be accepted. But if not, if we don't do well, sin lies at the door, brother. And sin lies at the door, meaning we letting something in that's, it's crazy. Like I'll tell you all, that Sinners movie, y'all gonna get me going to this damn movie review. That fool did this whole thing off of the Bible. That Ryan Kluger, I'm saying fool in the most respectful way. I'm not saying fool like you're a fool. Talking like how we talk. Like he says sin lies at the door. The movie is Sinners, and it's about something lying at the door that you let in. You understand what I'm saying? Read it one more time, man.
Okay, sir. If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted?
Mm-hmm.
And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
Sin lies at the door. Go ahead.
And unto thee shall be his desire.
Right? And unto thee shall be his desire. Unto you will be his desire. Whose desire? Sin's desire. It's personifying sin. You're going to do what he wants you to do. And that's what we're doing right now. We're doing what this oppressor wants. Everything he puts in the air, we do. It's desirable for us. It's not a problem. Is this a rumor? They say Rihanna saying something about after her third child, her and A$AP is done. Is that a rumor or that's true? Nobody heard it? Maybe it's a rumor. I saw something on today on the internet. Go ahead.
But I heard she's his beard.
Well, that's what. The thing I saw, it has quotations. It said that's what she said. She just wanted 3 children from him, and after they agreed that they're going to part ways. So after this next baby, they're supposed to be done. I don't know. Maybe it's a rumor, right? I don't want to bring that in if it's not true. But the things we accept as norms, as us for our people, is absolutely ridiculous, because we doing what they want us to do. That's what we absolutely take on, and we getting destroyed because of it. And they have whole industries built for us breaking God's law and really just breaking theirs. You get the point? Sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire. Read the last line.
And thou shalt rule over him.
And you gonna rule over him. Meaning what? You gonna now be master of sin. And brother, ain't nobody more sinful than the white man.
Right.
But I ask anybody in the media, who is more sinful? They'll say us. Who is more in charge of it? They'll say us. Who's filling the jails? Us. We disobeying the Lord, and it's leading us into that direction. You get the point? We start to come back and obey the Lord's laws. We would not be able to be charged like how they're charging us now. We would not be able to. Like, we done take down our defenses by listening to this oppressor, and we being fair game for him. We being a prey for him. We being something that he could just capitalize on and make a rack of money off, and nobody says a goddamn thing about it. It's a lucrative thing. An oil well don't produce like a nigga in a cellar. A nigga in a cellar is way more money than an oil well. In one city, $1 billion. Imagine America. Imagine all the prisons. Now you see why Trump want to reopen Alcatraz. Something he say about, did he say something about Rikers too? They want to redo Rikers or something like that? I think there's something he said he want to do with Rikers. Because Rikers, I think right now, is one of the most vicious prisons you could be in. Like there's a, say again?
They close it down.
They're closing it down.
They already closed it down.
I think he want to reopen that shit. I think Trump said something about Rikers and Alcatraz. Why you think he want to do it? Because there's money in the prison complex. There's money in the prison. It's called a prison industry. The prison industrial complex. Brother, you could go ahead and follow your preacher if you want to. Jamal Bryant leading you to jail or the grave. Creflo leading you to jail or the grave. What's he got?
Looks like Trump wants to reopen it and put whoever the detainees in the Rikers Island.
All right then. Come on.
Like, this kind of sour because you said T.D. Jakes in them. I was watching a little black movie, I think, Jumping the Broom, and kind of find out T.D. Jakes was the dude marrying them.
Okay.
Why T.D. Jakes was just staring at the dude the whole time?
I mean, listen,
like,
in that case, just go to jail. In that case, just go and sit down in the cellar. Just go sit in the cell if that in that case. Like, God damn, because you and these damn voices I got PTSD, you know. I'm used to yelling at people. I ain't used to nobody yelling at me. I walk around, I hear in this voice, I'm like, what the fuck is going on, bro? I just I'm about to just start sparking everywhere. Blah, 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 blah. Like in them horror movie, I just shoot in the dark, shoot a shadow. You get the point? Like we really don't understand the game that's being played with us, brother. I don't think we really understand it. And that's just one aspect. That's just prison in one city. Imagine the abortion clinic, how much that bringing in. Imagine the whole child support thing. Imagine Similac. How much money that the Gerber and them, how much money they making off of us. As they routinely tell you, stop breastfeeding your baby at a lower and lower age. Trying to tell you go ahead and don't do it, trying to put you on birth control, trying to have you take the surgery to tie your tubes right away. They're trying to seduce your woman, right? She in the hospital, just give birth, coming there with the paperwork and the whole pamphlet about considering, tying up and, so not to overpopulate because, you niggas can't take your children, no way. Plus, we need you to go to jail. So you don't need to be a mother no more. My brother, the plot against us is absolutely thick. It's absolutely thick and it's vibrant. It's a vibrant plot. So when you see us out on them streets, brother, when you see us out on them streets yelling at the top of our lungs, just understand this is for salvation. This is for the sake of our future. Because somewhere there's some devil saying $1 billion I'm ready to put into the city jail in this city alone. Ridiculous. Go ahead.
It's like an average cost per prisoner was $64,865. And they also say
the cost for a prisoner?
Kind.
Okay, so meaning what? That's how much it costs to feed and house a prisoner?
Kind of what kind.
Okay, go ahead.
It's the industry is $1 trillion a year annually across the nation.
Shit, I think I might go build a prison. I think I might lock up some of you niggas out. $1 trillion?
Kind of what kind.
What's the US debt? I believe it's about $3 or $4 trillion. $1 trillion a year industry for the entire nation of America.
34.46 trillion.
34.46 trillion, brother. They're gonna use that prison industry to help out. Go ahead.
Salaki, if I could bring it to mind when when the British or Columbus and all them came over and enslaved the Native American, Taino Indians, everybody, that made them silver with the silver Spanish coin, the currency of the world. You know what I'm saying? That was whatever $1 million industry back then. You know what I mean? Just that free labor.
That free labor.
That's what made America greater than everybody in past time.
Yep, that free labor does it. Doc. I think even you'll ever heard of Manila, like that place Manila, the Trilla in Manila. Manila was a famous slave area where a lot of trade used to go on, and they used to they had these bracelets. You could probably pull it up. The bracelets is called Manila. And that's what they used to chain the slaves with. And that Manila turned into actual currency. Dumgabar in the UK, he have a few of them relics. He have a few of them that put them in the school. And this is what you see, you pull it up.
So they call it Manila money.
It was money. It turned into money. Like you could use this to buy and sell after a while because the slaves was how you would trade before, was how you would buy and sell. Like we was such an economy as slaves are. And that's why when we say we built everything, the world economy was built on slavery. Everybody say, no, you're lying. Switzerland got their own economy. Sweden got their own economy. So why does America want to make it great again? If the world economy wasn't built on slave, why is Trump so bent on going back to a time where we were slaves? Because this is the economy of the world. They're threatening his oil and the petrodollar. There's something that's more valuable than oil and the petrodollar. That's niggers, spicks, and wetbacks in supreme, utter slavery. That's way more valuable. They could dig how much oil they want. You have these niggers as a commodity? Oh my gosh. It outperforms oil. It outpaces oil and diamonds and gold and anything you could think about. We, the salt of the earth. The Lord called us his gold. The Lord called us his precious things. And that oppressor knows it. He'll build $1 billion jail in your city just to destroy you because it's profitable. No more questions. We good to go? All right. With that, pass the class over to Priest and Officer Shapat.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, and the commander, Jimmy Yahanna. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When new brother and sister come to new school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves with the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. It's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, defined as the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means 10th in Hebrew, it is pronounced I.S.U.P.K. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whichever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocation. Feast of first fruit starts after the Sabbath. Feast of unleavened bread, sundown. Sunday, April the 20th, 2025. Count 50 days. Count the 50th, celebrate the 50th day. Sunday, June the 8th, 2025. Start before sundown. Find this in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 10 through 22. Also, we're in cookout season. The first cookout is in Fayetteville, North Carolina. That's July the 3rd through the 6th. Then we had the Midwest Fire Weekend in Chicago, Illinois, July 31st to August the 3rd. Then we got the headquarters cookout, Harlem, New York, September the 5th to September the 7th. We got the West Coast cookout in California, October the 2nd to October the 5th. Then the down south cookout in Houston, Texas, October the 30th to November the 2nd. So you want to add anything? So you want to add anything?
Buffalo. You get them the announcement of Buffalo. June 14th. June 14th, we could be up in Buffalo for that the Juneteenth celebration or Juneteenth parade or something they're having up there, like a parade type event.
Okay.
We'll be in Buffalo and the the cookout starting. I believe that's it. Pay your tithes. Get them tithes in. Make sure you pay your tithes. Good to go out.
Remember, I can check on social media. That's ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. It's all for I.S.U.P.K. and some materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, you should start wearing all black. Includes black boots, black shirts, black pants, black headband, or scarf. And with that, I say I might, which means to stand. We'll give a courtesy salute to the teacher. Men and Israel. Man Shabbat. Corrupt. Y'all give my top. Saw, which means to turn. If you may stand, I might. We'll give a courtesy salute to the sister, men of Israel. Man Shabbat. Mike. Corrupt. Y'all give my top. Class dismissed.